This is the Titan Futures 1 point a day challenge. Earning your living executing trades from the comfort of your home seems a lot more cool than most 9 to 5 gigs. Trouble is, if you don't know what you're doing, you can wreck your portfolio. But with our trading instructors, BK, Soto, and Mitchell, you'll learn how to day trade the futures market. Streaming daily, 9 to 11 a.m. Free. This is a free trading education channel. The Titan Futures 1 point a day challenge, where everybody is welcome. Get in the chat, ask us questions, learn. And now your instructors. This is BK, Soto, and Mitchell.
Hey, good morning everybody. It's October, it's Tuesday, 10/8/2019. Welcome to the Titan 1 point a day challenge. Kind of bring this down here, get rid of it. Alright, there we go. Welcome, yes, thanks for checking us out. Like I said, it's Tuesday morning, October 8th, 2019. Appreciate you being here. This is the Titan Futures 1 point a day challenge. We're just like it says in the title, we try to make 1 point a day. That's the goal here, and that's the challenge. So if you'll kind of check out our videos there and on our channel, you can kind of see that's kind of what we're looking to do each and every day, is make that 1 point, and then after we make that 1 point, we'll continue to trade. But really looking to make that 1 point of the day and get it going. So what you'll see here on my screen, you'll see the legal disclaimers. So if you'll take a few seconds to read those and just understand that this is a excuse me, this is a trading education channel, and it's for educational purposes only. Okay, so anything we do here is not a trade recommendation in any way, shape, or form. Anything you decide to do will be on your own decision making power, I guess you could say, and it's solely your decision to do so if you decide to trade. So this is strictly for educational purposes. Alright, so we'll get that off the screen now. And then so if you're just joining us, I sure do appreciate it. Down in the description below the video, you can kind of see kind of what we are and what we're about. So take the time to check that out if you don't mind, and you kind of learn a little bit more about us. But we want this to be a fun place for you to kind of learn to trade, or ask any kind of questions, or learn about our method, or what have you. But you'll hear three of us here trading. It'll be myself, Soto, and Mitchell, and we'll all kind of sit here and talk. You know, Soto and Mitchell bring a little bit different aspect to trading than I do. I've been doing quite a bit longer, and they're fairly new to the market, so they definitely bring a better, more fresh perspective into our daily trading, and they've done extremely well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and bring on Soto. Mitchell will probably join us here in just a few minutes. Soto, are you there?
I am. Good morning, buddy.
Good morning. Everything going all right this morning?
Going well.
Any trades already?
No, I have not taken any yet.
Oh, okay. All right. That's good.
Yeah. How about you?
No, I haven't. I mean, there were some trades I could have taken this morning based on our parameters, but I wasn't up and watching it that early this morning. But
yeah,
I just figured we'll kind of be patient and wait and see what we got going on today, and then take some trades as they show themselves to be taken. So that's kind of what we'll do today. I'll go ahead and do something real quick here and check the news, and just to make sure we don't have anything kind of blindside us here. So at 8:30 we had some core PPI. Nothing real big. I mean, it was a negative number. It's a medium flag, so meaning that it's going to have a little bit of impact, but I don't know how much. But that was at 8:30 this morning. So nothing after that until about 1:50 when Fed Chair Powell speaks again. So we're clear for a while here. So that's good. Excuse me, goodness. Every morning it starts this way. I don't know why, but anyway. All right. So yeah. So we'll just kind of today's going to be pretty straightforward. It looks like we'll just be looking for opportunities and marking up the charts and watching and looking for some trades this morning. So pretty straightforward. But if you're just now joining us, appreciate that again. But you'll see on our chat here, you'll see that I've got links to 4 different videos, which is kind of our the things that we do here. We kind of have 5 tools. Let me try to bring those in here and kind of bring some of those over and see if I can get those to stick on the chart here. But we try to trade off these 4 tools each and every day, and be consistent with doing so, and I think you'll find that consistency will pay off for sure, and you can definitely have an opportunity to make some money in the markets here each and every day. These are the 4 tools that I'm kind of bringing over for everybody to see, or the 5 tools actually, but we only have videos on the 4 for right now, and there's a reason for that. I'll make a 5th video on order flow when the time is right. Don't feel like it's there yet, so we want everybody to kind of digest and learn these 4 main tools here, and then which is the price action, volume, support and resistance, and supply and demand. Okay, so there's the tools we use and look for each day to make some trades. So we want all those to line up and give us a confirmation to make the trade or not. So we'll kind of watch each of those. So Soto, go ahead and tell me this morning, do you got any zones drawn, or have you had a chance to draw any zones this morning?
Yeah, so I have 2 zones that we're bouncing in between right now, right? From 755.
755.
And the 735. So I just have those so I know where we're bouncing off and while we're bouncing off those areas. So I'm going to wait till we obviously get out of those areas to trade and potentially use those as supply or demand. And then I have a zone at 6 o'clock this morning. And then I have so 6 and then 5:20.
Alright, let me draw those up here while we're talking about those. Goes on there at 6 even, or 6 o'clock, and then you said 5:20, you got one?
Correct.
Alright.
Let me see if I got anything in the south part.
I think those are good supply zones there.
Good. Yeah, I'm trying to see about south of us if I got anything here. And, I do. I don't know if prices get down there or not, but 1045 and 1055.
From when?
I think it's yesterday.
Yesterday, that's going to be higher.
Okay, no, then it must be from.
The day before that, price is already below it at 10:40.
October 3rd.
The 3rd, okay. Okay, let's take a look at that.
Yeah, October 3rd.
Alright, let's look at October 3rd. You're saying at 10:15, you said?
Let's see. 10:55, 10:45, and 10:15. Yes.
Yeah, 10:55. Yeah, I like both of those. Those are good zones right there. Yeah, so mark both of those up.
What about the 10:45?
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, for sure. But I would definitely use. I would use the 10:55 for sure because it's picture perfect, right?
Right.
So I would just stick with that, knowing that there is a hidden zone still at 10:45. So might be a good reason to possibly front run that, or be right at the top of that if price gets down there. But those are definitely 2 ideal zones. I mean, those are picture perfect for what we're looking for. So we'll check those out here. So that brings us back into date here. Those zones are down there a little ways. So as I squint up my chart, you can kind of see we do have opportunity down there, but it's down there, pretty good ways down. So we have to look for a big move down to get to that point. Let's check out October 4th and see if we see anything a little bit lower here.
Oh, before you go that far out, we have a hidden zone that we may be trying to hit right now at 6:35 today.
Okay.
It's been triggered already this morning at 7:40. But you might be able to trade above that price.
Alright, so let's move over back to that. Get out of there. Yeah, remove that one. That one. All right. I'm sorry. You just said we have a hidden zone recently that we're moving in out of.
6:35.
6:35.
Yeah, it was triggered already this morning.
Right.
But you can just have it to look, understand what's going on.
Sure.
Potentially trade a little higher into the zone.
Sure. Absolutely. Paul must be busy at work this morning. He hadn't chimed in yet, so he's usually chimed in by now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're just kind of hanging out, waiting, It could be a trade possibly right here, a little bounce, but I'm not going to take it. It's too tight of an area.
Why? Because you look at the 9:05 candle.
9 o'clock candle. You could have gone in at 219 and a quarter maybe, and find some support there, but I would use the 9 o'clock. Even though, because kind of the 905 is a little bit of a hidden zone there as well, but I would use the 905 as far as the entry up, where I would put entry. Yeah, bouncing right off that. Price kind of move out of this area. We got about 15 minutes to the open, so no rush here, but kind of bouncing out of that area we figured it would, just a little bit, but gotta be patient right here and watch. There's a lot going on, but we got zones drawn up. So on our chart, you see we're just now checking out the chart. Excuse me. You'll see that we have supply zones drawn up. Two overhead zones. Those are called supply zones, and they're what we expect price to go up to and reject from temporarily anyway, to give us our opportunity to trade. So we'll kind of watch as price gets into that area. We'll kind of watch volume and price action, and kind of look into those areas for potential short. So that's one thing we do here. We have everything drawn up ahead of time. All of our zones are marked prior to price getting there usually, unless we have to draw one really quick because we missed it. But usually it's these zones are drawn prior to a price getting there. So we already have a plan in place when price gets to that area, what we're going to do, what our risks are, and that's huge to know. You got to know what your risk is before every trade. So we take a 1 point stop here. That's it. Just 1 point stops. We don't have 5 point stops. We don't widen our stops. If we're wrong, we're wrong. That's just part of what we do here. You got to learn to be really good at your entries and make sure you're given the right reasons to make an entry. High probability entries here. So that's the reason these zones are drawn. And as we go, that's kind of the first piece of the puzzle is check out where our support and resistance are at, and then pick our zones out of that area, which we've done. To the upside here, to the immediate upside, we see these supply zones, and we have some to the downside. I'll go ahead and bring my chart in a little bit so you can kind of see to the downside. We have zones drawn as well. Our first real demand zone that we'd be looking to trade is going to be down here in this 2903 area. So we'll wait to see if price wants to get down there to give us an opportunity. But our first real move this morning, opportunities are going to be to the upside for a short opportunity. So we'll kind of watch those and wait for price to kind of get there, like I said, and then we'll kind of look to put check marks on the rest of our tools of the trade, so to speak. So we'll wait. So we're just being patient here, and no reason to hurry and run and jump into something that could cause you a loss here, because like I said, we use 1 point stops. So we got to be very good at our entries. And if you're just joining us, and then you'll kind of see to the right hand side in the chat here, I've got videos that are on our channel, but I've kind of pinned those there so you can kind of see videos of these tools of the trade, what we call the price action, volume, support and resistance, supply and demand. There's kind of dedicated videos to each one of those, so you can kind of understand what we're looking for. It's very simple stuff, guys. It's very basic. It's very fundamental. And if you can learn to make money by trading the market with fundamental technical analysis, then I think you're gonna do very, very well. And what I mean by that is we don't use fundamental analysis, meaning that we don't use macro economic reports and PE ratio. We don't have all that kind of stuff because we don't trade stocks, right? So we trade futures, which is S&P 500 mainly. We do other futures as well, but we mainly for the channel show the S&P 500 because that's the big boys. That's where the big boys play, and so we might as well play on that ground and just learn how to move with them and trade with them. So, but one thing you're going to find out is there's always fundamentals involved with the trading. And what I mean by that, from a technical analysis standpoint, is you're always going to have price action, right? You're always going to have volume. You're always going to have support and resistance, and you always have supply and demand, and you always have order flow. Okay, those are basics on any market anywhere in the world. Even Forex market has volume, but it's a different type of volume, but it's still volume that's there. It can be equated. But for this purpose, if you can learn to master these 5 tools here, you'll be able to trade anywhere in the world, in any market in the world. So they're very basic. It's very boring looking because our charts are clean. We don't have a lot of indicators and a lot of different oscillators. You can make them look very, very pretty and overwhelming at first, and make them look just so overly complicated that it looks like you got to be a rocket scientist to trade them. But that's just not what it's like here. That's not what it is, and that's not what real traders that have long-time careers usually do. I mean, for short-term purposes anyway. Now you can use I know people that use different types of oscillators and different type of indicators for more of a swing trade, long-term trade, and that's fine. That's definitely there's lots of different methods that work, and that's one thing I will say here is there's not just one method that works. First off, so there's lots of different ways to make money in the market. But the point is being consistent with that method. So learn a method, whatever it is, and don't chase other shiny pennies, so to speak. Learn one method, get on it, learn it, and you'll be better off for it. And your trading account will be much better off for it. So And like I said, if you want to learn what we do, that's great. We sure do appreciate it, and we'd love to have you in and kind of learn what we do. But we keep everything simple, and we don't look to we look to make 1 point a day on one contract, and we let our compound our account compound. And then once we get into 2 contracts, looking for that same 1 point, we'll soon get into 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's when the money starts really flowing pretty big. Because everybody's, and I've said this to a lot of people, but everybody has a point to where money becomes was relevant or very important or a concerning factor, meaning that this 1 point might be worth $50. You might not think that's a lot of money to you. You're not worried about $50. Why would I only make $50 a day? But when that same 1 point becomes $5,000 a day, it's going to mean a little bit more to you. Now all of a sudden that same 1 point has your interest because it can make you $5,000 a day versus the 50 it might make you today. So the point is here is to learn how to make the point, and that's what we want you to understand. Because that's one thing, and that's also another reason why we trade in the ES market, because it's 100% scalable. You can trade that 1 point out of 1,000 contracts, and you're not going to get much slippage. You may get a tick or two slippage deep into if you're trading off market, but off all liquid times. But the times we trade, even with 1,000 contracts, you're not going to have slippage issues. And that 1,000 contract at 1 point is 50 grand. So everybody has a point when it comes to money to what gets their attention. And like I said, most people right now might not. 1 point's $50 to them. That's not enough to make them want to learn something. But what you don't understand is that 1 point, like I've said many times, is worth 50 today is worth 50,000 in the future. So put the time in, learn, become a master at the entries and the tools, become extremely good at it to win more than you lose, because we have 1 point stops, so we don't dig ourselves big holes to get out of. So just learn the method, take the time to learn it, and I think you'll be very, very happy with what comes out of it. And I think Soto's can definitely tell you that, the same way as Mitchell and Paul, and these guys are pretty consistent here and learn, and that's the reason Mitchell and Soto are both kind of instructors here, because they've taken that same concept and have done extremely well with it over a period of time, and have made hundreds of percents in their accounts, and by doing that very same thing and taking that 1 point, and so they are definitely proof that the method works outside of myself. So hang with us, watch it, and talk with us. We're here every day, so check us out each and every day, and then if it's something you're interested in, then hey man, please subscribe and ask us questions and kind of let us know you're here, and we can kind of talk through the methods. And got a couple of videos I'm doing right now for one of our subscribers that wants to kind of see the spreadsheet and how the money can compound into $1 million extremely quickly in a year. So by doing it, which we've got, I just haven't completed the video yet, but I will do that shortly. So we'll show that for them. So, and then we're working on a possible other situation with one of our other members pointed out with Discord, and we're going to try to get that fixed. So maybe everybody can interact a little bit more in the chat and post their charts and things like that. So I will get that up and running as well. Just haven't completed that process yet, but we'll do that, because I would like to see that. Actually, that'd be a little bit more entertaining for everybody to be able to kind of post their chart in the chat and what have you, and then I think that'd be kind of neat to see that. So anyway, that's kind of it. So while we're just sitting here kind of waiting and being patient, kind of in some sideways action, we got about 5 minutes left to the market open. So we're just hanging out waiting to see what's going to happen. But we do have some overhead zones here we'll be looking to short out of if price gives us the opportunity to do so. So that's kind of what we're hanging out for right now, just kind of chilling. So appreciate you being here. If you're new, just please let us know you're here, and we'd love to talk to you and answer any kind of questions you might have. But really do appreciate everybody's time and willingness to check us out. So thank you.
Hey, PK?
Yeah.
Looking at the, I went ahead and looked at the 1 hour candles.
Yes.
You may call them the systematic candle.
Yeah, I might call them that. Yeah.
So two of our zones, or we have two areas, kind of one above us, one below us, that I think are probably real strong. Let's look at the top one first.
Hold
Sorry.
on a second. Let me go to my 60-minute chart.
Oh.
What you call 1 hour. All right, go ahead and let's talk about it. Yep.
I do 1 hour now. I have this on at 5 o'clock.
Yep, absolutely. Yep, I see that.
And then confluence with our 5-minute candles that we had already marked up at the 520 candle. So I think that's going to be a really good area for it.
Yeah, that's a good area of resistance, isn't it?
Resistance there. And then right below us, so this is what I came up with. Now you might want to tell me how to do this one, but 60 minutes on this one here. I used the 5 o'clock candle, I think.
From when this morning?
Yeah, no, October 4th.
The 5 o'clock candle. All right. I'm using the 6 o'clock candle, but yeah, I see what you're saying. Or the 8 o'clock candle.
5 o'clock, yeah. Now, which one will you use? You say you rather use which one?
I'm gonna use the 8 o'clock candle, I think, because we're already kind of almost bouncing off of that 8 o'clock. I mean, that 6 o'clock candle that you're talking about.
Right.
Price is kind of rejected off of that area already, kind of a little bit to this morning. It's right close to it. You see?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're not there yet. I mean, we're a tick or two away, but I mean that's obviously showing some rejection there, right? So, I would kind of like to see price kind of get back a little deeper into that area at 8 o'clock, and it kind of coincides with a 5-minute candle as well. So yeah, so liking everything you're talking about right here for sure.
All right, and Mitchell's ready when you are.
All right. Let me go back to the 5-minute chart now. I think we got some hourlies drawn up to where we can definitely see areas of that we might need to pay attention to, right?
Yep.
Definitely this first area right here of supply, or the second area of supply on the 5-minute chart with a 1 hour confluence with that. That's definitely an area of strength to the downside. So we definitely should be hitting a wall to that for sure. If price were to get into there, we definitely should be hitting a kind of a really tough ceiling to kind of push through. So definitely going to see some reaction to the downside out of that. All right, so let me go ahead and bring in Mitchell here so we have the whole team in. All right, bringing both of them in here, guys.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hey Mitchell, how you doing, buddy?
Pretty good.
Good. Soto, you there?
Yeah, but
All right, he's here. All right, so we're all in. All right, cool. So we're just kind of marking up and looking at zones here, Mitchell, and just kind of went out to the hourly and checked out some areas. We do have a couple of zones on the 5-minute and the hourly that are lining up together, which is always good confluence and shouldn't give confidence in a potential trade opportunity in those areas. So we're just kind of watching those and checking them out.
Awesome. I'm setting up the AT right now.
All right. We got about 1 minute to the open, 45 minutes to the open, and so we'll kind of watch that here and see. No news really this morning that we'll really have to worry about. So should be a good trading day potentially if we can get some good volume. We'll kind of watch that. So let's kind of keep an eye and see what we see.
Pretty sideways so far.
Yeah, it's definitely sideways, you know, definitely. No reason to get get caught up in all that. Let's let it get kind of out of that area and get into some of our areas of trade and kind of see what happens. So market's open. So see what it wants to do here over the next few minutes and kind of see which opportunity it wants to give us to the short side or the long side. We'll kind of watch and see.
Sorry about that, sir.
At this point, I even question if you even care about the channel.
My love runs deep, bro.
There you go. So guys, if you're just joining us, then we're just kind of hanging out. Price market's open, and we'll just kind of let it get some direction for us and tell it what it wants to do. And if it wants to get in kind of some of our zones, we'll look to make some trades. So we'll just be patient. Being patient.
You think run the auto today?
Yeah, I'll run it. I'll run it every day. I mean, well, every day that it's supposed to. I run it on a different account, but yeah, it'll run. But yeah.
That's what I was doing when we signed on. Was setting mine up. This will be my first Tuesday.
Okay. Well, hopefully it's a good one.
We'll see.
We will see. So no real, even though we see that it might bounce here, probably going to bounce here, it's not a trade situation for us, not a trade setup right now. So we're just kind of hanging tight, guys, if you're just joining us. Even though we're putting in a possible double bottom here. Volume's obviously high because of the open, so we're not going to trade it. Not really a good zone, even though it's a potential bounce there with the double bottom, but which it is bouncing, it looks like, but not one of our trade opportunities. So we're going to wait for price to give us a little bit more of a better setup. So it's just a matter of hanging out and being patient right now and watching price. It's not about how many times you can trade, it's about how many times you trade correctly. So we got to be patient. Okay. Somebody didn't do it. She didn't anyway.
Mm-hmm.
She said.
Most I've ever heard. And you're working at a bank, isn't that correct?
That's correct.
That's funny.
Cash box was off this morning.
Uh-oh. Never good when the cash box is off.
I tell her I cannot stand when she hits those highs. She's talking a normal tone, we'll all understand it just the same.
There you go. Yeah, pretty good rejection rate right here. Definitely buyers right in here pushing the price up.
Yeah, very good. Depending on how this closes, we already had the zone at the 735, but we could time it up a little. Use the 930 candle.
Yeah, it all depends on how this candle here closes and kind of what the next reaction is. Yep, I agree. Definitely feeling some pressure to the downside, huh?
Yeah, it's pushing. It wants to.
It's going to reject out of this, though. I think it's going to keep rejecting out of
Which
this.
is making me like 925 as a zone.
Yeah.
If this one will push on through.
Yep, that's the kicker. See what this one decides to do. Just being patient, guys. If you're just joining us, we're just kind of waiting for price to kind of give us some direction here. We got some potential opportunities here, but we're just kind of being patient and waiting. And that's the big thing here: is learn to sit on your hands and be patient. Don't chase the trade. Usually, it's not a good sign if you're doing that. So we'll just be patient here and wait for opportunity. All right. So thank you for joining us. Sure do appreciate
it. Big Cat.
Yeah.
Every time you say that, I really want to be like, yeah, bro, I'm chasing this price right here. Just jumped it. Every time.
I'm sure you do. Every time.
I just think about it.
I probably caught you right when you had your finger on the trigger, probably.
Yeah. No, I won't chase it. I just want to do it just because you said don't do it.
There you go. You're a rebel, man. I know it. You don't do construction. You just got to do your own thing, man.
That's my heart.
Yeah. Alright, so we're getting a little push below here, which is good. We needed to get a push below here. That's 1025. So 29, 1025. We need to get a good push below that. So we do. So kind of pushing out of that zone. Let's see if it decides to come back in here pretty quick, though, and kind of do a fake breakout of a sideways action. So we want to don't get caught. We don't want to get caught up on that kind of stuff. But that's potentially what's going on here. Making newer lows on lower volume, so that's shows weakness. So we'll see. But definitely, I think you could draw that zone now. Well, let's wait for this close. Let's wait for the close of this candle and see how it's going to form. Because if it's a big rejection wick, I'm not too concerned. I'm kind of concerned with it. We got about another minute and 15 seconds of this candle, so let's just kind of let it close out and see what it wants to do. And I think it's going to readdress our potential zone to the short side here. You guys agree with that?
I agree completely.
Yep.
Might want to get down to this zone here and bounce, so we might be looking for an opportunity to trade right here, down here at 23.5. So this is one of our hourly zones, right? We're continuing with our 5 minutes. So I'll start looking at that right now for the immediate potential bounce here, and gotta be careful here, but we'll go see 5 minutes standpoint. Where am I looking to get in here? Where would you be looking to get into the short side here, Soto, if you did? What's your entry?
Yeah, I don't think it'll be bad to go around 3 flat.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm going to put my entries, right at 3 flat. And see if we can get into that little bit of a 1 hour zone there. So
order pending.
Your zone front.
It's back on the hourly and the 5 minute back from let's run back here, back on October 4th. So we got volume decreasing, so let's start looking at the tools here. We got zones and support and resistance drawn up that we feel like it's got some potential areas to show support right here, right, for bounce trade. So we got those two things checked. We got even more. We got even more confidence because of the confluence there between the hour and the 5 minute. Okay, and then we got price action and volume. We got to start looking at the volumes decreasing. Obviously, to the downside, it's decreasing. We're starting to see rejection wicks on the candles, which is good, you know. So we want to. That just tells us price is slowing down as well as the volume. It's kind of confirming that visually. So that's very important to look to check that out and watch that and keep an eye on that. So therefore, I went ahead and put a trade in opportunity. I see it would be good at. I'm comfortable at 23 even, 29.03 even. So we'll kind of watch that play out if it wants to play out. So.
What do you think, Soda?
Yeah, I think 3 flat is good.
I'm a little below y'all, of course.
Good. Because I think you can actually front run this, but just because it's still early with high volume, I'm still not going to front run it.
Right.
I think you can definitely do it. You'll have room for error. Because you can go as high as 3.5. But I like 3 better.
Yeah, I'd rather be conservative this first morning out. A little more conservative there.
Yeah, if you need to go to a more conservative route, you can go to 2 flat. That's you got three zones overlapping there.
Yeah, absolutely.
At the 1 hour, and then 2 at the 5 minutes.
Yep, because there's so much confluence and potential there from the short, to bounce. I'll go ahead and be aggressive and go at 203 even. But also knowing that if I get my stop hit, then I'll probably immediately go right back in again at that lower price, you know, because there's so much area to bounce out of there.
So you say you're going to keep it. You say you're going to keep it at 3 flat, but if you get taken out, you do another one around 2.
Yeah, I go right back in around 2 because there's so much confluence there to the long side, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to immediately go right back in and catch that bounce.
That's right.
So we're just patient. We're getting close to a couple zones, so we're getting just making sure we're talking through everything, what we would do, what we wouldn't do, that kind of stuff, what our risk parameters are, and where part of our tools have kind of lined up here. So that's kind of what we need to be doing right here, is kind of checking that out, price could also definitely bounce to the short side here at 10 1/4. Could look to drop back down and go a little bit lower, so you could definitely watch that as well. Or we can even get up higher into this area where we have a zone. I'll go ahead and draw this zone up here. Should have already done that, but I didn't do it yet. I'll tighten it up here. And we have a short zone here drawn up based on the 925 and 930 candles this morning to the short side. So we'll see if price wants to run up there before it comes down. We'll look short out of that area. So not committed either way. Just whenever a trade presents itself, then that's the one we look to get into. So I want to retest this low here. Mitchell, where you at? You're a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm at 225, 2 1/4.
Okay. All right.
Because I'm looking at the zones on your chart. Like I'm basing it off yours. I tried to zoom back, but I don't have enough screens to go all the way back and find it and see what I'm looking at. So I'm kind of just.
All right. Well, I think that's a good zone, because if you go back and see it, around that.
Right, I went back and I saw there's a lot around like 2 to 1.5.
Yeah, there's a lot there.
So I was like, you know what, I'm not going to risk the 3 because I can't get to it real quick and study it. So I'm going to go where I know there's a lot and then just lay it in there.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. I like it.
And if I was going to short it, I'd short it 1650.
Right there, 1650. Yeah, you're right there in the that gets into our 9 o'clock. Our 9:30 candle, and then 9:25.
It gets in all of them.
Yeah, it's a good area to short for sure. I think definitely gonna get some reaction to the downside from there.
I pulled a Soto yesterday. I have to be honest with y'all.
What'd you do?
Beautiful trade presented itself at like 115.
Here it is.
Hey, cool. That's all right.
Threw one in there, yeah, except for news came in. And I was so mad at myself. I was like, he said it. I heard him say 1 o'clock.
Yeah, news, yeah.
So now, if you put a true Soto, you would have gotten the point.
It was not a true Soto. It was just epic. It was in and out in less than a millisecond.
Yeah. All right.
So that's why I was like, okay.
That's what happened the Fed chair speaking. We got that again today at 1:50 now. We got the Fed chair Powell speaks at 1:50. So if y'all decide to do something this afternoon, remember 1:50.
It was a good learning experience, though.
Yeah, I haven't traded in the afternoons in a while.
I hadn't either, man. And I came in my office to do some work, and this is still pulled up, and man, it was beautiful. I mean, it laid it. I was like, whoa, that's good right there. I'm throwing it. And
That's so funny. I'm so sorry. That's so funny. Good thing for the 1 point stop though.
Oh yeah, I would have been down probably 3 whole points.
Yeah. All right. Oh, okay. Got this guy moving here.
Based on this price, I think it's going to go a little deeper than the 03.
You think it? Yeah, you think this builds up some fuel here? It's going to go a little deeper?
I think it's going to go a little bit deeper. I think it's going to bounce. I'm still going to leave my position right here at 03 because I think it's going to bounce. And, you know,
Right.
it gives us our first point. I don't know, but I think it's going to bounce just because of the initial resistance it's going to get into. You know, I think it's going to bounce, and which it's bouncing right
It
now.
just touched
So,
us.
yeah, it didn't take us in, but it bounced right
Yep.
in that area. So,
Right to us there.
yeah, so it's bouncing. So, if this rejects pretty good, then I'm going to go ahead and move lower. But I'll let it have one more chance here to try to bounce us, put us in. Again, knowing that if I get taken out here, I'll look to immediately go back in around the 2 area where I got stopped out, right?
Yeah.
So,
I just moved mine to 2.5.
okay, cool.
Come down here with me, Soda.
Yeah. Just
Down here on the bottom.
yeah, no, right.
As
I just
long
you
as
know,
I
I
got
wish
him.
it,
Yeah,
I wish I picked us up there one tick in.
yeah, that'd been nice, but it didn't get us there. Bounced right up against us. So that's okay. You know, we know it's gonna. I think it's gonna come deeper. I think it's gonna continue to bounce out of here. We just might go ahead and go a little bit deeper. Yeah, after this kind of rejection right here, I'm gonna go ahead and drop in. I'm gonna go ahead.
Yeah.
I still like the trade. I'm just gonna go ahead and drop it down to about two and a half here for me.
Yeah.
A couple more ticks down. If this candle were to close up here out of this zone like this, then I got to go even deeper. You know, so we got to watch. This candle will tell us a lot right here what's going to happen out of this area. So we'll kind of watch this candle.
I'll cut that off tonight, don't worry. That's nothing that a pair of wire snaps won't cure.
There you go.
They'll never even know.
So with that, if you're just now joining us, you know, price bounced up against our entry at 3. We were originally in at 2903 flat, and bounced right on it, and is rejected nicely. So, but we're not going to chase it. We expect price to get a little bit deeper as well, but it would have been a nice quick point. But we talked about this ahead of time. Price coming in here was going to bounce like this, and we took our entry where we thought we would get it, and with expecting as little as heat as possible because we have a 1 point stop. But it bounced right up against our order, didn't take us in, and then took off long for a few points. So that's okay, you know. We've readjusted our entry to a little bit deeper in the zone because I think it's still going to come down here and give us potential entry. So we'll just have to wait and watch it. So volume's increasing a little bit here, which is something I got to be aware of now. I might want to have a little bit more strength to the downside, so have to make some adjustments here. This is what you do real time. We're in our zone, so we're watching the price action and the volume now. Since our other check marks have already been done with the support and resistance in the supply and demand zone. So now we're just finalizing price action and volume. We're looking for a trade opportunity here, an entry, and we just have to be patient and watch that. Okay, volume's increasing, so it's showing it wants to get a little bit lower, I believe, unless it ends up turning into bullish volume here. But we got about 20 seconds left in this candle, so we'll kind of watch and see what it wants to do. It might end up turning into a bullish candle here. Yeah, potentially.
You know, BK?
What's that?
Hold on a second. Sorry, real quick.
I'm gonna have to go
Watch
a
this
little
like
bit lower here. I'm gonna go down to 2 even. I could definitely one tick and bounce out of here, but I want volume increase there. I kind of have to rewatch that now. So I'll go ahead and go to 2 even and see if it wants to get down there with me. You guys are at 2 1/4. Is that where y'all are at?
I'm too flat.
You're too flat. Yeah, I'm too flat. Mitchell, you still at 2 1/4?
Sorry, I had y'all muted because they're having forklift races, but yeah, I'm at 2 flat.
All right, we're all sitting at 2 flat. All right, so we'll see if we can kind of get below there. We know we're going to bounce out of this area. Even we'll continue to bounce out of this area. It's just now it's about, we might have missed the opportunity at this point. We don't know for a temporary bounce. Well, we did. I mean, it came to our price and bounced off of us directly at 203 flat. And gave us a nice good rejection out of there, but it just didn't take us in. So that's okay. We're not going to chase it. So we'll continue to hang down in this area and see what price wants to do, and if it wants to get down a little bit deeper, then we're willing to take the trade at that area around 20, right around 2902 flat. Volume's decreasing again, which is good. We need to leave that down there, and then if the price can kind of stretch its way down and get below this wick and create a good pivot candle, that'd be great. That's what we'd like to see. But we're just going to react to the market. We've got our zones already built and our plan in place, and so we wait to see what it does when it comes to that time.
They got batteries in their forklift yesterday, and I think they're enjoying it.
Working hard in there, aren't they? Working hard. All right, just being patient. So if you're just now joining us, appreciate it, guys. Thank you. We're just in a potential area for trade here, so we're just being patient and kind of watching it intensely and kind of checking out everything and making sure everything's lining up. So if you're just now checking us out, I appreciate that very much. I hope you would introduce yourself and kind of ask any questions you might have, or just say hi, whatever. We'd love to have that happen. But in the in the chat there on the live stream, you'll see we have videos posted there about the tools there, so you can watch those if you'd like and kind of see a little bit more about what we're doing here. But we'll appreciate you and thank you for being here. Sure do appreciate that. All right, we're kind of getting deeper into the zone here, so let's check it out.
There it is, guys. There it is.
So
we would have got in and would have already got our point, and we would not move.
Hey, yeah, Paul, no worries, man. Good seeing you. You have a doctor's appointment and miss out with you. Yeah, that's fine, man. Good luck at your doctor's appointment. Hope everything goes well, buddy. But no worries, man. Have a great day.
Oh, we know obviously his commitment to the cause.
What's that?
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I like old Paul. He does a really nice job, and he's doing very well. Paul, you gonna run your auto trader today? I mean, since you'll be leaving, you're gonna turn it on and let it run, do what it does. Be interesting to hear. All right, we got a lot of area of support right here over on my orange lines there. That's from order flow. A lot of buyers there, so see if it pushes through that a little bit for us.
Yeah, we expect some obviously some rejection from here, right? Because it actually came into the zone that we had, including the 1 hour. So you really have 2 zones here bouncing off at. We're just sitting on the overlapping of the 3 zones.
Yeah. So we'd like it to get down here and not do it with a flash, you know. So
somebody got in.
Yeah.
You got in?
No, I heard it.
I didn't get in. No.
Hang on. I know that may be. That may be my AT.
10 o'clock. Yeah, I guess it could be. I didn't. I gotta make sure.
It's double. AT.
Is it in?
It's in.
Is it into the short side or the long side? It's got to be the short side, right?
Short side. Yeah.
What does that mean?
His Auto Trader's going short right here.
Okay.
Well, I mean, the Auto Trader's going short, but the price is going long.
Yeah, the price is going long on it. Man, it bounced right against us at 2 o'clock. 2 again.
Yeah.
Are y'all going to pull? I'm looking about. I'm thinking about dropping a little bit.
Yeah, I gotta watch this here.
I'm gonna drop down to 50. 150. I don't like that previous candle.
Yeah.
And then this one's gonna. If it comes down, it's gonna wick on top a good bit. I don't like that.
I'm with you here. I think it's to the downside still. You could actually short a trade here at 5.5. To the downside.
I thought that. Yeah, you could throw one up there at 5.5 and probably get it.
I was just looking at that.
I love how we all look at it and just don't say anything. We're like, well.
Well, I just saw it, and he's like 5.5. I'm like, wait a second. Look at my screen. That's good.
I've already dropped mine down. I'm actually at 1 flat now. I'm going to run straight out of the zone if I'm not careful.
Yeah, that's.
I removed mine.
Yeah, we've all removed our trades at this point.
Yeah. I removed them. So I just removed my trade. You guys removed it.
So that just goes price action was not lining up. So that's you're seeing what's happening in real time here. If you're just now joining us, you're seeing that all the tools aren't lining up right now. So we exited the trade, even though our zone is definitely being hit and respected here and there, and we got opportunities in there. But price action is just not lining up. Everything else lines up right now, but the price action did not. So we pulled our trade because of it.
Good call, remove it, by the way.
Yeah, very good job, guys.
Well, I removed mine, but if I'd have left it in at 1, let's see what would have happened. It would have got me in right there. I'm just going to leave my crosshairs on it and see.
You got in at
1 flat.
So you got taken out right there?
No, I didn't get in. I just.
So you would have, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So it was a good thing. Yeah, those 2 previous candles, I didn't like them.
Definitely the trade here at the bottom. I'm not gonna do it.
I'm actually gonna look at the trade right
Order
at
pending. Order filled.
Man.
Well, don't do it because I do it. I mean, my goodness. Your first trade is your first trade's big.
Yeah.
Yours and Mitchell's are big.
Don't mess us up.
Make sure you get into the trade that you're going to get into.
Yeah. I'm gonna wait.
I think it's not a problem to wait, man. Not a problem.
Yeah, man. I think it'll be a good trade.
I think he's built a lot of steam right there, and it hasn't gone anywhere. And any minute now, it's going to bust loose.
Stop.
I'm gonna win.
So first trade, huh? You got
You're in the trade?
Yeah, I was in already. I'm out.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm gonna wait to break through and then flip it.
Oh, okay. All right. I like it. I like it.
It's a Green Bay. It's actually a Green Bay term. Flip.
All right. We did have a zone that's bouncing out of a hidden zone, but I got into the top part of that, and it took me out to the bottom part of it. I mean, it's respecting it, but I was just 1 tick late or early. That's all right. No worries.
BK, you know what I do?
What do you do, Soto? What do you do, man?
BK, I constantly have the International Space Station live stream.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
And I think it's a good perspective, help put things in perspective. See?
Nice. Okay.
So we're just little ants. So this is just one little trade we lost. No big deal.
That's
it's not over.
No big deal. You didn't lose it, did you? You didn't get in, did you?
No, I didn't trade. I would come up trade there.
Well, that's because you should have traded there. You just would have been 1 tick. You just shouldn't have gone in the tick I win. You should have been a tick lower. And you'd have been perfectly fine because that is a good zone for us.
It is. I was kidding. Yeah, if I was,
I appreciate
if I
that.
would have, if I would have traded, I would have gone to 99 and a quarter. The bottom of that 1 hour zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I went at 99.50, so that's what got me, was just that one tick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just one tick
I mean, I don't
early.
blame you. That's a good area.
Yeah, I would have got my nice little point there. It's just one tick early, and that's what you got to risk with 1 point stops. You know, if your entry's got to be really good, but you got to be willing to take the loss if it's there. You know, if you're wrong, and that's okay to be wrong. It's okay to be wrong, right?
Absolutely. By the way, I don't know why on the live stream on the NASA live stream, the International Space Station, there's volume. I just muted it. I don't know why I muted it. It's not like there's outside people are talking. I don't know space, but anyways. Yeah, you can get a chance to check that out.
Yeah, cool.
So Brian, how long does the auto trader run every day? Like when does it turn itself off? At the end of the market?
It won't hold overnight, yeah. So it will turn. It actually automatically closes 15 seconds prior to close, the market close, unless it hits a stop target. A stop or profit target. You know, then it will close. Obviously on that. But if it doesn't hit either one of those, it'll stay in the trade until 15 minutes prior to market close.
Okay.
But it will definitely always close prior to market. I didn't turn my auto trader on in time. I thought I had it on, I didn't, so I'm not in it today. So the auto trader got up how many points? Got up what, 6 points?
Yeah, right up 5 1/4.
Yeah, and then it hadn't trailed stopped yet though, has it? Or has it?
What do you mean?
Like, are you watching it?
Yeah, I'm watching it.
Yeah, so if it hadn't automatically trailed stopped yet, then you're still.
I'm sure mine trail stops.
It does, yeah. If you got the same parameters that you're supposed to have, it will. It does, yeah.
I think it did. I knew that the chart you sent me, but I've never. It's never locked anything in for me. You know what I mean? It either loses or wins.
Right, but what happens is if it's winning, because even on the last couple days we had 12-point winner and a 5-point winner.
Right.
Those were trail stops because they didn't go to the full target. And the full target on that 12 winner was like at 20 something points. So what it did, it trail stopped you at 12 points of profit.
Okay.
So that is the trail stop running. Same way with the 5. You know. So that's what happened. The trail stop kicked in. You don't see that until it happens, but it happens at a certain point where it'll kick in, and if it doesn't reach that point, though, it won't kick in.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? So that's what I was wondering if it had kicked in yet, based on.
No, it's still just ticking around. It's at 4 right now.
Yeah, so I like it to. I wish it'd go ahead and kick in. To be quite honest, on this trade right here, I don't like the rejection the support we're going into, but.
I don't either. I was thought about just closing it out and say, hey, 4 points, 4 points.
It's up to you, man, for sure. But that's whatever you want to do there. But the auto trader does what it does, and it's done very well over time.
I was going to say, I'm going to leave it alone. I trust it.
Yeah, just let it do. If it comes back and takes you out, then it's just what it is. You know, it's part of one of those losing days. But
so what can it lose?
Huh?
What can it lose in a day? Infinite?
Oh gosh, no, it will only take one trade a day, really.
No, what I'm saying is, what could the loss be? Like, when does it shut itself out? How many points lost?
It will be based on wherever the candle it triggers into.
Right.
It would only risk what that one candle's point wise. So in this scenario, it's only going to risk about 4 points. It looks like. Let me see here. Let's say 3. Yeah, it's only going to risk around 4 points, it looks like. Your target should be, what, about Where's your target at? Where's your blue line target at?
Let me see. Sorry, I was answering an email. Blue line target's at 28.46.
Yeah, so it's got a long way to go here if it wants to hit it. 28.46?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's deep. You know, that's a lot bigger target than I thought that would have given you right there. But hey, all right. You can risk 4 points to make 30 points. Shoot. If you were to go that far, don't know that it will. But let me look at my auto trader here. Alright, we'll just be patiently waiting here. So, you looking to take some trades at the bottom here? Have you taken any already? Not said anything?
I haven't taken any. I'm waiting for. I'm hoping this breaks out of this area to take a trade to the short if it breaks this area, right?
Right.
And flip the zone, but I have nothing on the bottom until 28.76. So I have nothing to win. Do you have anything?
No, I didn't know if you were just, since we're still in this zone here that we had marked up prior to price, I just didn't know if you were taking something out of the bottom of that, since it seems to be holding that bottom. I didn't know. I don't think there's a trade there, but I just thought I'd ask you, because you like to trade sometimes.
Sometimes he sees things we don't.
That's right. And that's all right. He's up to 20-something contracts.
I was just saying,
I'm doing pretty well.
I'm just saying. Sometimes his eyes see things we don't. He sees between candles.
That's it. He goes inside of it. So, he's doing good. I mean, he's up to. How many contracts you up to, Soto? Soto. He must be eating or something.
Sorry, I had it on mute. 26.
You have 26 contracts. All right, good job.
Yes.
Started at one contract up to 26, so that means you're definitely doing something right. You know. So.
I'm telling you, man, this space station really helps out. I see you have I see that you have your yellow a yellow zone there that has right at the bottom. Which candle is that? Because mine, they already broke through mine. Yeah, so my lowest point is 98 flat. So what candle is that from?
Your lowest point is what?
On this area of the zone is 98.
Oh, 98. Oh, okay. Yeah. No, that zone is drawn from a 5-minute candle earlier on, an hourly candle. Here's a question: would you guys consider a short trade out of the zone here, back into our area of all that support that has been broken through now at two even?
Yeah, two flat. I think going back to what I've learned from you is that I would like them to leave this area before we take a trade.
Okay.
Because they haven't closed out of this area yet.
Excuse me. So what? We haven't closed through this area yet?
No, this is not on my.
Yeah.
Right. So this can easily just turn around right here and go long.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, because it'd be just bouncing off the bottom. So I think that's the problem with that. If you trade here short, it's more like a 50-50, right? Instead of a high probability trade. So
Gotcha.
I think. I don't know. Stop me if I'm wrong.
No, I like what you're saying. I mean, we're going to get a little bounce, but just because of all that resistance that it broke through, all that support it broke through at 10 o'clock and that double bottom low that it broke through there, we're going to get resistance out of that, obviously. So we could have gone in right at 2, and you'd have got it. You'd have done well, but like you said, it's not your ideal trade setup, So I have no problem with us getting out of this area first, and then making a trade after we get out of this area.
Yeah.
You get in right.
Especially since I haven't taken a trade yet. We won our first trade to be the winner, right?
Yeah, because yours and Mitchell's first trades are the one we track for the spreadsheet. So not mine.
Yeah.
So we track y'all's. So make sure that's a good one. No pressure. You guys got like 14, 15-day winning streak here. So no pressure.
See, this is what happened.
That announcement 550. I was going to risk it.
You're what?
No, wait. What? The word risk it. Don't risk it.
29.0550. If I was going to shoot for a short.
Yeah. So we'll wait for that price to get back in there and see.
You're like that announcer when the kicker comes out to make a field goal. He's like, this guy had this 3 years.
That's right, I jinxed it,
Yeah.
I figured I was going to get some reaction out of you when I said that. You guys haven't lost in like 15 days straight, man, so don't start now. That's all I'm saying.
That's so much pressure.
That's funny. At least you're being patient. I'm proud of you for being patient. That's good.
Thanks, buddy.
So just save that sound clip.
I know. I have to play it over and over again every day.
He's proud of me today.
Never heard those words ever.
He's going to call me later like, did you hear that?
So true. You heard what he said, right?
He said he was proud.
Oh, that's funny. You guys are doing great.
I don't know, I'm not used to wearing a wedding ring yet.
Yeah, I was going to say, how does that feel? Yeah, sitting here.
It feels funny. I just can't get used to it. I have worn it straight since the wedding day, and it still just feels awkward.
Is it, what is it? Is it like, did you go like the modern, like silver, or like you went traditional gold?
I went traditional gold, timeless, a lot like my soul.
There you go.
Gotcha.
Yep, well, that's different. I haven't taken mine off until, I bet over 20 years or 19 years we've been married, I haven't taken mine off probably more than 20 days, man.
Really?
Yeah. Sleep in it, take a shower in it.
That's what I've been doing, trying to get used to it. I'm going to get one of those rubber ones, I think.
Yeah. That's good to work out and doing things like that. I think that's good. But, all right.
Okay. See if it breaks out this area here.
Yeah. So are you going to be looking at a 25.5 to the short side? You going to look at it?
No, wait, to go short?
I'm not playing with it. Not with the previous candle right like it is. If this one wicks and then the next one forms, then I'll do it.
Okay.
Wait, where are you thinking of going?
29.05
Oh, fine.
He's basing it off of the 945 candle, yeah. Because right now we're in a kind of a hidden zone to the short side, right? I mean, it's because that 10 o'clock zone. So, in that 25.0550, 29.0550 is kind of still in that zone, but it also shows rejection right there based on the 10 o'clock candle. Or the 945 candle, excuse me.
It didn't wick hard enough for me.
Yeah, I would say, if anything, trade here to go long. around 1.5, 2.
So you'd wait for price to get back into your area.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for them to leave here and then get back in. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Not saying it won't bounce off there. I don't see it very clearly.
Yeah, and that's what we're trying to point out here. We got to kind of keep talking through this stuff for the channel purposes. That what you're seeing, why you wouldn't do it, why you would do it. And hearing everybody's reasoning for why or they will or they wouldn't. That's the point. So. Well, volume off pretty low. Volume staying pretty low kind of in this area. We don't have real commitment yet. Almost like price and volume divergence taking place here.
So, I don't know if you guys knew this, but a rafter of turkeys just walked by. I didn't know we had turkeys in Alabama.
Are you kidding me?
Really?
Yeah.
That's springtime fun right there, brother.
Okay.
I'll take you one day. You take me camping, I'll take you chasing turkeys.
All right.
Down the hills.
I wanted to shoot a turkey one time in Tennessee. I was at a friend's house, and we saw a turkey. And I was like, let's kill that guy. He's like, dude, we live. His house was in a reserve property. What do you call that? Preservation.
Right.
Yeah, so apparently you can't kill animals.
Apparently.
Yeah, that's fun. They get close.
Yeah.
You call them in just like that's wild. Good time.
Very good there, look. Mm-hmm.
Kind of just slow today, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I think we missed our best spot at the 955 candle. I think that was the ideal trade. It just pumped. Unfortunately, it came right to us, but it didn't pick us up. So,
Right.
which is all right. We played it safe. Moved it down and away, which I think is the right thing. The question is, are we going to have enough movement here in the next 30 minutes or so?
Right. Okay. I just gotta wait for the next 30 minutes to see what we're gonna get. If we get it, good. If we don't, that's okay too, right?
That's right.
Much rather not trade than take trades that are higher risk and you're gonna lose. Or rather than
Yeah.
not take the trade at all.
Yep. Especially after yesterday. Can't afford to do any of those. How's the arbitrator doing in Metro?
It's probably losing a little bit right now.
You mind sending me a screenshot of that? I'd like to see the setup on that.
It's up a tip. You really can't see much, man. It's just it looks like a chart with a bunch of pink lines on it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'll send you a screenshot, but I mean, don't get all excited.
Yeah, obviously you don't want to, so that's fine.
No, it has nothing to do with that. I will send you a screenshot. I'm just saying. It boxes in a candle, sets the parameters, and then runs with it. But there's not much, like, it's not like it has a data feed over here that you could get all excited about watching, so.
Yeah. So the difference is I can read between the lines.
That's true.
So, kidding.
It's up a half, 3/4 point, something like that.
Yeah, it was only a few ticks away from locking in those 4 points.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, so we'll see if it continues to come down south here, or because if it decides to go long here, then it'd get taken out. But if it decides to go short here, that would be great for the auto trader purposes.
We got volume decreasing.
Just to see if it can close below this previous candle right here, or it just bounces off, creates a double bottom. If it can close below this previous candle, I think it's got an opportunity. It's got potential to be short here, but it's just bouncing right at the low of it right now, right at 903/4. Yeah, they'll be right back here. They'll be right back.
You?
Sorry about that.
Yeah. All right. So I went to the 1 hour candle, 6-minute candles, and looks like we have some, I don't know, price to get up there, but we got some good supply zone at 1 hour, starting at the 14.5 area. So again, that kind of confirms our sum that we have already at the 9:30 candle. That's going to be, I think, a really good resistance there. I don't know if we'll get up there. You guys there? Can you hear me?
Hey,
What's up, G?
do we get cut off?
Oh, I don't know. Did you? Did you get cut off?
I guess so. You just popped back up.
Yeah, I might have. Sorry about that.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right. Mitchell, yeah, you got disconnected also.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh. I think we're gonna have to move out of this after this candle here, guys.
The long side, short side.
Fortunately, I don't know.
Oh, all
I
right.
think we're just gonna have to move out. I don't know why I said that, but I think based on the 10:30 candle,
Yeah.
the way it's building up, I feel like we're gonna have to move out. I don't know. I can just be making it up.
No, I think you're right. I think there's some. You can actually see a lot more action in this candle right here going on. So, I think we'll be moving out of this area here pretty quick, one way or the other. I think this candle or
Yeah.
the next candle, but we're gonna be moving out of this area here.
Yeah.
From the auto trader standpoint, I hope it's to the downside, but
Yeah.
so we'll see.
You guys. Yeah.
I'd like this to turn into a completely engulfing bearish candle. That'd be good.
Yeah, this candle alone has engulfed the previous 3 candles. I like to shoot down a little more here. So it broke out of my area, but it still hasn't broken the low of the 96.5.
Right.
So let's see if we get down there. So we have volume increased here.
Yep. Now I just need to see some follow through with it.
Yep. May go up here, bounce off around 99 and a quarter or so.
Yeah, I mean that's it right there. I mean I think you could actually, yeah, right around 99 and a quarter. You could probably go short there if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
Probably gonna put in a trade here. Go short at 9.
Order filled.
Yeah.
Stop filled.
There you go. Knee jerk trade.
Where do you think I'm going at?
I went in already, got taken out. That's kind of it was kind of a knee jerk reaction there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think a good short trade though is around 2 to 2.25 probably. Now, because that's still bumping against that resistance.
Yeah.
That's where I'd go if I was going to short it. 2 to 2.25.
Yeah.
Order pending.
I'll put one at 2.25 here and see if I can get kind of redeem myself here.
Order
Did it pick you up?
filled.
I'm in.
Yeah, I'm in.
And make sure you trade it. Oh,
Yeah.
gosh. All right. I really hope this goes down.
Oh, thank you for that.
I'm just kidding.
You didn't like it, Soto?
No, I'm not. I mean, it's not saying it's not good. I just don't like it.
It was horrible.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Are you guys out?
Yeah, we're out.
Son of a-
This is going to be a long. If this thing closes up here, it's going long, because it's engulfing this candle that engulfed the other candles. That's going to be a very bullish sign here. So that's going to be a long trade. I feel that's going to be a long opportunity. I think.
All right.
I think you can find support right here too at 10:30. This 10:30 candle now is going to find support to the long side.
The interesting thing is volume didn't increase. You would think it would have increased a little more to get through all that stuff, but it didn't. There we go. This is good.
Yeah, it's going to go long.
Yeah.
I think it's going to break above this and then find support at the 4.25 now, or down here at the 2.25. The long side, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it'll be good to wait and see if they can break out and then trade it along.
You going to kill your auto trader there, Mitchell?
Think I should?
I think it's bullish. I think it's, it's up to you. You're only risking about 4 points probably, so it's not that big a deal, but,
It's a week's worth of income.
yeah, I wouldn't kill it yet, I guess, but I'd just be watching it. If it looks like it's going to break above, and gain some support, I would, but I'll just let it play out, whatever it does, right?
He's telling it. He's bad, man.
He started freaking out.
Yeah, it's like, whatever it does. No, I'm just kidding. I like messing with Mitchell.
Well, that's the whole point. This is the whole point of the auto trader, though, to take your human emotion out of it, and let it do what it does. And because that's gonna, it could very easily just drop straight south here and you made your target, but emotionally you're sitting here talking about taking it out, So that's the beautiful thing about the auto trader, just set it and leave it alone, leave it alone, let it do what it does. Because it's going to lose, we know it's going to lose, but it's going to win as well. It's always going to win more than it loses, as far as from a target standpoint, And
This is interesting because I can't, guys, I can't. We're already past the halfway mark there. So unless they take off here, I don't know what's gonna happen.
yeah, this is some sort of
I already have,
sideways.
it's bull.
Yeah, it's a pretty
Yeah.
strong sideways going on. We don't know what's going on right here. I mean, the only thing, if it was to go long, it definitely can find support on this hidden zone inside of this, the whole big zone at 1030.
Yep.
It can find support in there to the long side, and I could see that happening, but it hasn't done it yet, so don't know.
Nope. Yeah. I'm waiting for them to break that 4.25 area, and then the 96.5
Mm-hmm.
out of this, sideways, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
The weather's a lot better now.
Yeah, it is. Well, it's not blistering hot out anymore, is it?
Yeah.
Getting into camping weather out here, isn't it?
Yeah. This will be the perfect time. About a week or so from now, probably the perfect time to go camping here.
Mm-hmm.
This area is going to be a really strong area for tomorrow or in the future.
Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely.
Where did the auto trader enter and when did it get triggered? What price?
I can't see that anymore.
It was around 2903. The short side. It's been an exciting day in here today, hasn't
It has been awesome.
it? Golly.
This is probably the worst Iowa's market I've seen in a long time.
What is what?
The worst Iowa's market.
Oh,
I think it's
yeah,
June or July.
yeah, a lot of sideways.
You're messing up the summer too. You remember when the market was kind of a month way sideways like that?
Oh, yeah.
We got 10 minutes, man.
Yeah,
And
but
it breaks out of this.
about 10 more minutes for the live stream, and then we'll call it. Mitchell, you took a trade today, hadn't you?
I did, unfortunately.
Yeah, and you took a loss, so that's all right. That's going to be
Yeah.
a loss for the team and for the individual. Man, this is exciting stuff.
Yeah, this is terrible. Hey, but it beats working.
It does that, yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, man, oh, man.
Absolutely. We know whenever it decides to break out of this sideways action, whichever way it's committed to, it's going to go pretty strong. So we know that. We won't be here to see it, but we know what's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like watching paint dry right now, isn't it?
That's right.
Get a little life right here. Get a little life.
It is. Oh man, yes. There we go. There it is.
Yeah,
There we
it's a
go.
pop out of there. Yeah.
Nose back. Let's see here.
2908.25.
Say that again. 08? 25?
25.
I'm going to wait. I'm either going to trade long, or if I trade short, it's not going to be until it gets to around 14.5. And if I don't know if he'll get there.
You're going to run it up all the way there. Watch that 08.25. Watch it respect.
Put a trade in it, bro.
Yeah, put your trade in where your mouth's at, right?
Yeah.
If it does respect what you're respecting right now, watch him. He's going to tell you, he's going to give it all you got.
Yeah.
Y'all are seeing that, aren't you? Or do I just have to call it out?
The what?
I said, y'all are seeing that, aren't you? Like, literally went up to 2908, 25, and now it's running the other way.
You called it.
Yeah.
But I've already been burnt today, boys. We do 1 point, win or lose, and we quit. That's part of our method.
Good job. Good job.
I've lost. I don't know what I'm doing. Giving up on this whole thing.
Yeah, just give up on it. Yep.
I'm gonna go be a plumber.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that.
Nope. Got a buddy that kills it.
Yeah, they do very well. Alright, I'll go ahead and update the spreadsheet here. Unless you guys are getting ready to trade. Are you getting ready to trade? Well, I know I can update the individual. We took a loss today, but I can update that, I know. So let's go ahead and update the spreadsheet and get up to date here. Alright, 1 contract today, 0 win today, 1 loss. Alright, so we took our loss here. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, so if you're just checking us out and watching this, here's the update on the spreadsheet for the individual results. We took a loss this morning on the first trade out of the gate. So we took our 1 point loss, which was $55.20. So it brings our new total to $1,788.80 from there. So you're still killing it, right? 15 straight days of winners. Take one loss today, so which is a great ratio. So we'll do it again tomorrow. But so killing it still at $788.80 of pure profit after commission. So very nice, very good, very nice. On the individual thus far, we'll go ahead and mark it up. One contract, I took 6 points of loss. Soto took 0, and Mitchell took 1. So we have 7 points. Excuse me. So that's going to be a 0. We lost 7. Yep, lost 7. So we lost $386 today. But the account's still up $17,030 there as a team. So nice job there. But like I said, we put our winners and our losers in here. We don't sugarcoat anything. So you can see us from an individual standpoint, still just knocking it out of the park. So Mitchell doing very well there, killing it. So good job there, guys. Losses are part of trading, and that's okay. We have a very limited what we lose, but we can see here as the account's grown from $1,000 to $1,788 that at one point at a time, with commissions included, that they're doing very well. So good job, guys. Good job. All right. Well, let's see here. Guys, y'all gonna trade anymore, or am I gonna call it here?
Well, let's
Let's wait a little bit. We at least have some
let's
news.
go this one real quick. Let's see what this does. That's just a real quick. We may be able to go short. I mean long.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about that. Where are you gonna go long at? 4.5?
Yeah, you could.
Lower? Where? Well, then where are you looking at?
Yeah,
Where are you looking at?
I'm looking.
3.5? 4.25? 4?
I would say 3 flat.
3 flat? Back down here in 3 flat? Okay, yeah. Don't have a problem with that.
But let's see how this plays out. I may even go down to our 1. So things are going.
Start talking about it. What are you thinking?
Alright, yeah, it's coming down. I'm gonna go to 1.5.
1.5. We're right at the top of the zone here. Right? Right at the top of the 1055 candle. That's what you're looking at?
That's correct.
To go long?
To go long, yes. Volume looks good. I might be able to go higher here. Set my 2 halfway mark. Looks really good. Yeah, you might be able to get away and go to 4.25.
Yep, I think you're going to get resistance, so you're going to get support there. I think.
Yeah.
You can definitely get it lower as well. I think there's a lot of, I think that's your first.
I'd go 375 if I was going to run that one.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that either. I mean, there's support all right there, so it's just a matter of what you're comfortable getting in and what you're willing to risk. And if you want to take a loss, then that's okay. So you just got to be okay with what you decide to do.
Yeah, I got a trade in at 4.25.
You're at 4.25.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I like that. Ready?
375 if I'm going.
375 if you're going. All right.
It's in there, but fingers over the exit button.
Gotcha.
I like this candle. If this closes around like this, I may be able to go up to 4.5.
Yeah, going up there.
May just go in at 6.75.
Just
Go on.
Order
jump in there,
pending.
Ken.
Might as well just jump in the trailer.
Yeah, just get rid of that bounce. I'm in a very contradictory situation. For my trade that I have in, I needed to go long, but for my auto trader, I needed to go short.
Well, it already killed the auto trader, didn't it?
Nah,
It didn't?
she's at -4.
How could it kill? How could it not kill the auto trader already?
That's what I'm saying. I'm wondering if I got something. You have to bear with me, Brian. I'm very illiterate when it comes to technology.
So but your auto trader's still running, right?
Oh, it's running.
Yeah,
It's moving as we speak.
yeah, that concerns me because it should have killed. I didn't run mine, but it should have. If it entered in off the 10 o'clock candle like it was supposed to. Wait a minute, I'm looking. Excuse me, no. I'm wrong here. I'm looking at a 10-minute chart here, 5-minute chart. That's my problem. Yeah, I mean it's right. It's probably running. Let me move to the 60-minute here where it's supposed to be. Yeah, that's a big old candle, man. Shoot, yeah, I don't like that.
Well, thanks.
Yeah. No, yeah, I was looking at 5-minute, not paying attention. But yeah, it's at the. So your stop should be all the way up to 22 and some change, isn't it?
22 even.
Yeah. It's all the way up there, 22 even.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's
Oh yeah, you can lose a lot.
That's 20 points. That's why I was trying to figure out when you told me your target was all the way down to like 29.40. I was sitting there going, how is that even possible, man? That's not even possible. But now that I look at where it trades off of on the hourly chart, I realize how big that candle is, and I can see, yeah, it's going to be it's 2.5 times its stop loss, you know. So, but you do got some, you got some pretty, you got an inside, you got a hidden zone right there at 14.5 to the short side too. So.
Yeah, I mean it's still got. I'm gonna let it run.
Yeah, just let it run. I wouldn't mess with it. Now that I look at the big picture. Yeah, the big picture can still run.
All right, guys, I'm sitting at 4.25.
Yeah,
I don't like it. Don't do it.
You don't like it?
You hoping this candle picks you up at 4.25?
Say that again?
I wouldn't want this candle picking me up.
No, this is the candle, bro.
This is the candle, he said. The candle.
See, what you guys can't see, it's actually building what we call meniscus.
The
Set up here.
meniscus. Is this the meniscus? I know what that is. Hey, you do have a lot of buyers right here at 475, 450. You know, 4 even, 4 and 375. You do have a lot of buyers right there. So I'm in at 4. I'll leave at 4.25 and see if we can get some. We can get a tight little move here.
It's back there. Right at 1.5.
It's about to get y'all. Just warning you.
Come on with it.
Speaking.
Huh?
Where are you?
I'm at 4.25.
1.25.
Yeah. So it's bumping me right here.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Not yet. Didn't pick us up yet. I think we have to go a little lower here.
So says the man. Where are you going to pull down to?
Yeah, where are you going to go lower at?
I'm going to go 3.5 right now.
You're decisive in it. Where are you going to go?
3.5.
I don't know. I go 3.5. I go 375 maybe.
The money spot.
I did 375.
Yeah, I'll do 375 right there.
I just think we missed our turn there. Let's see if we get it here.
Welcome, boys, to 375. It's been nice down here.
Well,
I'm not gonna say anything yet, but
no, we just missed the boat twice
yeah,
by a tick.
yeah, there's our point right there.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, maybe there's our point for sure right there.
That would have been a point there. It's all right. Bottom looks good, so that's good. All right, round two. You still sitting at 375?
Mm-hmm. Are y'all all?
Yeah, I'm there at 375.
You like it? Everyone likes it. Everyone's happy. No one's scared.
I can't be scared now.
Yeah. I think this may be good. It depends how this camp starts here. See if it picks us up. This is good right here. Hopefully it'll pick us up here. And go long. Come on.
I'm out.
Yeah, I've gone down to 3 even.
Yeah, I'm 3 flat. Who's a 3 even?
Me.
BK?
Yeah.
I'm out. I can't do it.
I think that's a good call. I think it's about time for me to go here. But
I can't handle it. It'll probably do what it needs to do, but
I'm stressing out about it, man.
yeah.
It's
It's
awesome.
like,
This is the guy you wanted in surgery.
hey, surgery's kind of black and white. You don't open somebody up and go, oh, I've never seen these organs before.
Right. Well, I was thinking of doing a lawsuit actually against the textbooks because when I studied the textbooks, everything was color coded. I went ahead and opened the body, everything was just one color.
There you go.
I can still smell those fetal pigs.
All right. BK, I think I'm going to call it.
Yeah, I'm calling it. I'm done.
Order canceled.
We missed it. That's okay.
Yeah, we missed it again, and that's fine.
Yeah, we're off. No worries. All right, well, good. Well, we've already gone through the spreadsheet, so we'll go ahead and call her today, and then we'll do it again. We'll fight again tomorrow, right?
All right, see you guys in the morning.
All right, we'll do it again tomorrow, guys. See ya.
All right.
You've been listening and watching the Titan Futures 1 Point a Day Challenge. Live stream. Remember, we're live daily, 9 to 11. And BK, Soto, and Mitchell are here to help. The Titan Futures 1 Day Point a Day Challenge, where anyone can learn how to day trade the futures market. Till next time.